today's craft, you will need a paper plate, a Sharpie marker, a pair of scissors, and some markers to decorate. Hello, bonjour, and tanse everyone, and welcome back to another virtual Sunday school. My name is Pearl, and I'm so excited to have you here with me today. Today, we are, as always, going to read a little story and do a little craft. Now, a lot of the stories we've been reading have been about Jesus, but this story is actually about a man named Zachariah and his wife, Elizabeth. So, long time ago, in the land of Judah, there lived a priest named Zachariah. Zachariah was married to Elizabeth. Now, Zachariah and Elizabeth loved God and lived in God's way, but they were sad. They did not have any children. One day, Zachariah was praying in the temple. A temple is kind of like a church, and he looked around and saw what seemed to be an angel with a special message. Zachariah was very surprised. "Don't be afraid," Zachariah heard. "You and Elizabeth will have a baby. You will call your baby John. John will be a great prophet and help people to live in God's way." What a surprising message! Zachariah didn't believe this was possible. Zachariah knew that he and Elizabeth were too old to have children. Zachariah became speechless. He couldn't say anything. Not one word, not one sound, not one squeak. What a surprise! When Zachariah walked outside, people could see he was excited, but he still couldn't talk. What a surprise! After a time, Elizabeth and Zachariah did have a baby. They were very happy. Soon it was time to choose a name. Everyone thought that the baby would be called Zachariah, like his father. "No," said Elizabeth, "the baby's name is John." When friends and relatives heard that the baby would be called John, they said to one another, "What a surprise!" Zachariah was still speechless, so he took a pen and wrote, "The baby's name is John." And suddenly, Zachariah could speak. What a surprise! God gave Zachariah a special message to speak on that day. Holding the baby in his arms, Zachariah began to sing. "You, my little child, will be called a prophet of God. You will tell the good news of God's love. You will help the people to welcome God's chosen one. God's love will shine on us, and we will learn peace." I liked that story a lot. It was interesting to hear about Zachariah. I haven't heard of him before, have you? He seems like a nice guy. It was very funny when he couldn't speak for such a long time. I think my favorite part of that story was when the angel came down and said, "Don't be afraid, you're going to have a baby." That was exciting. I think that angel gives me a pretty good idea for a craft. What do you say, everyone? Should we go to the craft corner? Or I guess I should say now, the Christmas craft corner? Yeah, let's go. Welcome back to the craft table, everyone. I'm so excited to do our next craft with you. So, because of the story we read earlier, and just because it's the Christmas season, we are going to make a little paper angel. And the first thing you want to do is you want to make some lines on the paper plate that you have. So we're going to start at the top. We're just going to take our Sharpie and make 2 lines kind of like this. And they're not going to join together. They're just going to kind of come in on a diagonal, just like so. And you're going to do that same thing on the sides of the paper. So 2 lines just coming in. And your paper should look like that. So we'll set our Sharpie marker aside, and we are going to take our scissors and make cuts along those 2 lines. Now you don't want to cut here. We just want to cut on the lines. Once you have those cut, you are going to round the edges. So we're going to take our Sharpie marker here and just make those edges rounded so that we don't have the edge of the plate anymore. And you're going to do that on all 3 sides. Just round those edges. Once you have them rounded, you are going to cut along the new line you just made. So we're going to cut off these edge parts. All right, now your paper should look something like this, and you might be able to see an angel starting to appear, but not yet. We are going to take this part, which is still basically half of our plate, and we're going to fold in the sides just slightly, just like that. It should look like a little slice of pie. We're going to do that to both sides. And also, we're going to fold in our little flaps here. Now, actually, these are our arms. You might be able to see an angel taking form. We're going to fold them in kind of diagonally a little bit, just as if the angel is folding her arms in front of her very gently. And so now you should be able to see that these are our wings. This is a long skirt our angel has. These are arms, and this is our face. So now that you have kind of the outline of your angel, it is time to decorate. You can use whatever colors you want. You can make your angel a girl or a boy or anything, and you can just go crazy with the markers. So let's do that now. And there we go. I gave my angel a little blue dress with some blue flowers, some curly red hair, a nice smile and a chin. And I also put little gold kind of sparkly things on the wings. And that is my little paper angel. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I had so much fun making our little paper plate angel and reading that story about Zachariah and Elizabeth and little baby John, and I hope you had just as much fun as I did. I love this little Christmas decoration, and actually you might even be able to stand it up on a table if you'd like, or you could hang it on the fridge or put it in your room, anywhere where you'd like to put it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, God loves you very much, and you should love yourself too. Bye-bye, everyone.